Nobody is talking about this, but last month the Hershey Company acquired the Better For You popcorn LesserEvil for $750 million. There's not necessarily anything new about this playbook. Big CPG has been acquiring innovative brands for decades, but what's alarming is the rate at which they're doing it and the amount of money on the other side. It usually goes something like this. A consumer notices a big gap in a certain market, usually due to the enshittification of an entire product vertical by big CPG. And so big CPG has dominated these verticals for years by using artificial ingredients, cheap prices, and in return, people buy more, they overconsume, and profits go way up. How these niche brands form is usually consumers notice that these categories are ripe for picking. They need a new healthy alternative in there, and they're just bothered enough to actually start experimenting and solving it on their own. DIY solutions that are organic, healthy, natural solutions instead of all these ultra-processed things. Eventually, their experimentations work. They're testing it with friends and family, and throughout that entire process, they don't even know it, but they're becoming founders. VC first model, they're able to use social media to drive a ton of hype. And with these strategies, it's very easy to bootstrap to $1 million in AR the first year just through these niche products. And so almost immediately on shelf, they begin to take market share from big CPG offerings. So what happens? Big CPG takes those and acquires them before they get too big, and their goal is to then fit them into their existing systems. The problem is big CPG systems are not built for these niche brands. As we saw with Poppy, the moment these brands are acquired, they immediately take a massive credibility hit. Fans are super pissed off that their beloved product that grew up in someone's kitchen from a mom is all of a sudden owned by a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. And so the second thing they do is they try to fit these niche brands that blew up on TikTok or Reels into these 50-year-old commoditized strategies and brand playbooks, and they just do not work. And then the next thing they do usually is sterilize these brands completely for mass consumption. Big mistake. And then the last and final thing, which is a very big deal, is they usually take the ingredients that made the product special and figure out how they can make it cheaper to increase profit margins. So when that happens, they lose quality of ingredients, they lose the recipe that blew the brand up to what it is today, and people get very pissed off. They acquire these, the quality goes down, they become less special, and it opens up room for the next generation of brands to come in.